This is a sophisticated question, Dr. Craig, on the Kalam. He says, Dear Dr. Craig, I've been a long-time defender of the Kalam cosmological argument, but recently encountered an objection to the KCA for which I do not have a fully satisfying answer. Here we go. If the Kalam succeeds in proving the universe has a cause, it follows by logical inference that the cause must be immaterial, timeless, and spaceless, since matter, time, and space came into being with the universe. Immateriality, non-spatiality, and timelessness are negative descriptions that describe the absence of some positive reality, not the presence of a positive reality, similar to darkness, the absence of light, and cold, the absence of heat. They describe what is not what is. Why then should we attribute these descriptions to the cause of the universe as if they were properties had by that cause and describing the nature of that cause?
Okay, Kevin, let's stop right there. I want to interrupt at this point because I think that we can answer that question directly. If the argument is successful in proving that there is a cause of the universe, then these negative properties are descriptive of the cause of the universe. For there to be a cause of the universe is a positive assertion about the existence of something, and therefore completely different from nothingness. It is to assert the positive existence of a being which is causally related to the universe. And to discover that this being is therefore spaceless, timeless, and immaterial is to give a positive description of the nature of this being. Even if those properties are not positive qualities, it's very informative to learn that this is a being, for example, which never changes or doesn't change. And indeed, it would ask or occasion the question, is this being not simply changeless, but is it immutable? Is it unchangeable, which would be a modal property, so that a deeper question might arise. Similarly, if we find out this being is timeless, that would occasion the question, well, is it necessarily timeless, or could it become temporal if it so chose? Could it enter time? Is it necessarily spaceless, or could it enter space? So these are questions which arise and are interesting metaphysical questions as a result of these very descriptive properties of the nature of this real, existent cause of the universe. So it's simply incorrect to think that because it has these negative properties, or that these negative descriptions hold of it, that these are not informative about the nature of this transcendent cause. On the contrary, they're extremely informative properties.
Well, I've often heard it said, Bill, that in order to get a healthy definition, you have to assert the positive as often as you can. But you're saying that sometimes part of the defining process is by looking at what something is not or does not
Sure, of course. For example, if I were to tell you that Joe is penniless, that would be a very important thing to know about Joe.
No, you'd be talking about me. No. Yeah, that would be.
But nevertheless, that would be really an important thing to know. Or if you were to tell someone, potential recruit for the football team, that he's talentless, again, that would be an important thing for the recruiter to know. So negative descriptions, which are true, which actually hold of a thing, can be very important, and as I suggested, metaphysically significant, because they can raise further metaphysical questions that are very deep. How can a timeless reality be related to a temporal effect? Is it necessarily timeless or only contingently so? So these are very important properties for a thing to have, or very important descriptions to hold of a thing.
Are you saying that when we do a conceptual analysis of what this being would be like, and that it couldn't have this, and this, that opens up analysis of that could include positive things, and negative things?
Of course, and it does include positive things. For example, its causal power. One of the positive properties of this cause must be that it's enormously powerful, if not omnipotent, because it has brought the space-time material universe into existence without any sort of material cause. So that would be a very positive characterization. And moreover, here again, we see the cash value of these negative properties on the basis of its causal power and its timelessness and immateriality. I argue for its personhood, which is certainly a positive property. The argument for the personhood of the Creator is based precisely on the facts of its immateriality, timelessness, and causal efficacy. So these negative properties can be enormously significant metaphysically.
That reminds me of a question that we got. It said, Dr. Craig, my professor said that the Kalam cosmological argument in itself does not get you to a personal God. Well, he's right in a sense. I mean, but by itself,
yes,
it opens up further analysis, right?
Right. It gets you to a cause of the universe. And then I would argue that when you do a conceptual analysis of what properties a cause of the universe must have, given the premises of the argument, you see that such a being must be an uncaused, timeless, spaceless, immaterial, changeless, powerful, personal creator, so that you do get to a theistic concept as a result of this conceptual analysis.